So the question is, why is mortgage payments so high right now in this current economy? Now, the question is, do you think it's the interest rates or the overpriced homes? Yes, I did say it, overpriced homes. Or do you think it's a combination of both? Do you find yourself in a situation that you just purchased a home and a year later you get that letter or you check that out, you say, man, why my mortgage payment go up a couple of $100? Or you just happy you just got pre-approved for a home and you look at that pre-approval number, you're like, this ain't nothing. I can't get nothing with that. Well, in this video, let's talk about it. So let's get right into it. Now, let's talk about this situation of this high mortgage payments that's going around and across the whole United States. It's just not here where I live, which I stay in Orlando, Florida. This crisis is going on across the whole United States, everywhere. I have a lot of friends as realtors in different states, and they're feeling the pain too as well, especially from their sales and also their pockets. It is what it is. We're real estate agents. But beside me saying that, my reasoning behind doing this video is just to educate and just be real. That's why I do this show to be transparent and be real with you. You know, I'm a real estate agent, and right now I find it very hard for me to really practice in real estate because I don't really excel in stuff that I don't fully believe in 150%. And what I mean by that is I love real estate. I do love people having that America dream, they say, as in owning a home and, home ownership, which is fantastic, which is great. I'm a homeowner. But in this economy, it makes it very hard to be a homeowner just because of how expensive it is. You have two factors that I mentioned earlier. You have interest rates and you have your home prices. And to me, the rates are around 7% and average home prices around 400 some thousand or whatnot. Especially here in Florida's around 400, 390, 400, something like that. And that's expensive because when I go over it, you know how you guys know how I do. When I go over it on these slides, you're gonna see where I'm coming from, and also seeing the factors of having a higher rate with the high price homes. Because the price of the homes when COVID hit changed drastically. In a year time, people's equity went up $100,000 in a year time, or even greater than that. I've seen stuff people go up 200,000 in a year. From that time, from COVID to now, this is why we're in the situation we're in right now with this inflated prices of homes due to that, and with these high rates. So you have high rates and you have homes that's out of price range for a lot of people because a lot of people have bigger families, so you need more square footage. And usually, with more square footage, you need a bigger home, which means that's bigger dollars, means it costs more money at the end of the day. So compared to a $300,000 house, you're looking at a $500,000, $600,000 because you probably went the high 2,000 some square footage, 3,000 some square footage. Them are not $500,000 homes or $400,000 homes. Not really here in our Orlando area. Them are much higher. So and it knocks people out of that range and make them have to sacrifice for getting something smaller due to what they're pre-approved for. What I mentioned earlier, because of the interest rates are so high, and people want to stay in nice areas. So before I keep on going into that, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. I'm gonna pull this up so we can go over these numbers. So let's talk about this real quick and go over these numbers real quick. So I got the whole United States pulled up. I'm gonna go to home value so we can go that and we can pull up the table. So real quick, as you can see here, and this home value is the median price points or home value for that state, for the whole state. So, there's certain areas wherever you live, homes are more affordable than wherever current cities. Like for me, I'm in Orlando. Homes are more more expensive than living in Ocala or probably Jacksonville. So just put that in perspective. So you have California here that's leading the pack, 700 some thousand. Massachusetts, District of Columbia, Washington, Colorado, 500 some thousand, 589,000. This is the median now. The median. of values of the home. Let me go down. Let me do add 20 homes on this list real quick. See where we come to. So we had Rhode Island, Montana, Idaho 450. So I'm in Florida. Florida is at 20, looking at 386,000 in home value. As you can see right there, Virginia 392. The reason I pulled this up and talk about the home value is because that's the median. And usually with the median, them are in areas that's probably the more desirable areas you'll like to live in, raise your kids in, or they have better graded schools in them areas. So let me go to this section here too as well, because even though it's the home value, I'm gonna go into a part which is what is the median of what people are selling homes. So because that's what you want to look at. Yes, you have home values, but when you purchase a home, you're looking at whatever the listing agent or seller agreed to sell, to put a price on the home to put on the market. So the median. So let me scroll. Let me now. Who's up there at first? Massachusetts is ridiculous. It jumped California. People are listing homes in Massachusetts for 732,000. That's the average, basically. Let me scroll down to. Let me see if I can find. Let me go. Let me go to. Let me go to page two real quick. Page two. So we got Florida up here, 432,000. That's the median, 432,000. I'm gonna go to a calculator in a little bit to show you why these rates are why I believe these homes are inflated and you have these high rates. It's at 7%, around 7% right now. And you're gonna see the average, you're gonna see around about where that monthly payment is. So you got Tennessee, 400 some thousand, Virginia, 400, Maryland, DC area, 399, North Carolina, you have 400,000. Texas, you had 359. Now 359 is not too bad, but the rates are high. Alabama, that's where I'm from. Yeah, the median 319, which is crazy. In Alabama, 319,000. There's nothing there. So let me go here real quick. I'm gonna go back up to the same thing. We'll keep the same states. I'm gonna go to mortgage payments, the average mortgage payment. Go back to the first page real quick. Let me go to 20. So I pulled this up again. I hope you guys can see it. And maybe I hope it's not too small, but let me zoom in. So real quick, California, you're looking at $5,000 average a month. 5,000. Massachusetts 4,000. New York, you at 3,400. Washington 3,800. This is mortgage rate now, average mortgage rate in these states. Let me go. So Virginia 2,500. We're up here too. We're on the next page. Florida, the average mortgage rate is around $2,500 a month. That's the average, 2,500 a month. Now you probably be like, oh, that's not too bad, but you're not thinking about that $2,500. 2,500 is probably like a 1,400, 1,500 square foot home. Just to be honest with you. And from buyers that I have had, when you walk them in a home, they always say that's too small. They say it every single time, but that's what you can afford. You get what I'm saying? So you're looking at $2,500 a month. So let me go to this calculator real quick. Let's keep that $2,500 a month because this I live in Florida. So I'm gonna pull up this calculator real quick, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in this the median. A median was around I'm gonna 420, don't put 420,000 in Florida. The median. So down payment. So one thing about when you're in the 400,000s here in Florida, that's you can get approved for FHA loan. And what that means, FHA means that you can put down the least amount of money to get into a house, unless you're doing USDA or you get 100% financing. And that's a couple of different, that's some different topics to go over. But let's do, it's 3.5%. So I'm gonna put down 3.5%. All right. And I'm gonna put down 7% right now. Yeah, $420,000 home. Now here, that's probably for 400 some thousand dollar home. You're looking at that's probably 1,800. You could probably get a 2,000 square foot home. Just depends on the area you're looking at here in Orlando. But you're looking at $2,600 a month. You probably say, "Oh, that's not that bad." Tremaine, from what you just showed me, it's an average 2,500. But guess what, you guys? That's not even including the property tax. It's not including your mortgage insurance. It's not including your home insurance or your HOA. That can easily be $3,200, $3,300 real quick. Real quick. This is a $420,000 home at 7% interest rate. That's why I say these rates are crazy because the home prices are crazy. For a 1,800 square foot home, 2,000 square foot home, which is a nice size starter home for like a family of two, family of three, or whatnot. It's a nice size home. You're looking at 400 some thousand dollars. You're looking at a $3,300 a month payment. Can you afford that? Can you afford that? That's at a 400 some thousand. Let's jump up to 500,000. Look, say you want a 3,000 some square foot house. Let's put 550. I'm gonna switch it to 550. Everything stay the same. You're looking at what's that? 35, 3,500. That's a $550,000 house because you walked in this house. It's beautiful. Hey, babe, I love it. It looks great. This be great for the kids. And you go sit down with the lender. He be like, hey, okay, then, Mr. John, you're looking at for 550 putting down the minimum. Well, you can't put down that's right there. So let me change one more thing here. At 500,000, and it's gonna knock you out of doing FHA. You got to do conventional. So we got to do 5. I'm gonna do 5%. It's not gonna change this like crazy, but 5%. So you put down 5%, looking at $3,400. Remember what I told you earlier? That's not including your property tax, your mortgage insurance, your home insurance, and the HOA. This can easily be $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month for a $550,000 house because it's 3,000 square feet or it's 3,200 square feet, has 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms. Not so much of a two-story. If two-story, you get a two-story here and still be lower because the square footage may be 1,500 or 1,600. We have that a lot here. It doesn't have no loft or anything like that. But you're looking at a $4,000 payment at a $550,000 home at 7% interest rate. 3,400 without adding all the property tax, home insurance. So that's why I said earlier in the video that the issue is basically, to me, is a combination of both. You have high rates and you have inflated prices of a home. And when I say inflated prices of a home, for a starter home, for a home that you want to get into, say the American dream and be a homeowner, you're looking at a home that you probably can afford, something that you really don't want to be in because the home's probably going to be smaller, or you're going to have to move into an area that's you really don't want to live in. Now, on the flip side, you could say, well, Mr. Wright, how about do new construction? Yes, new construction is very good too as well because they're able to offer you lower rates than what the standard is. They can do like 4.99, 3.99. They can do like creative financing, do arms, give you the first 2 years like 2.99. And after that, it jumps up to like 4 or 5. Oh, that's fine and dandy. But it goes to the second part. The homes are still expensive. Even though they lowered your rate to 4.99, you're still getting a $500,000, $400,000 house. So that part is not being addressed because the homes are overpriced $50,000 to $100,000. Now if you reduce that, you're looking, you're better in the ball game. So let's keep it. It's at 500,000. We're at 3.88. And you ain't putting down no 20%. So let's put down 5%. You put down 5%. Let's do 4.5. 4.5%. Now that looks a little bit better. You had a $500,000 house. This is with the normal, like finding a $500,000 a brand new home, and you're about like 3,200 square feet, 3,000 square feet, 500,000 at 4.5%. You're looking at like a $3,100 a month payment. That's more realistic for that type of house. That's like a 4 or 5 bedroom home, how what it used to be. I've been in the game for 8 years. So when I go back to let me go back here and let me exit out real quick because one thing I like about this right here, I can go back in years technically, and it gives me a graph of why is it tripping like that? It'll give me a graph. Let me see here, home values. Let me go here. I'll click Florida. So I've been in the game for like 8 years. So I got in like 2018. I don't know if you can actually see this, but so in 2018, home values were $234,000. $234,000. You can't see it because my big old circle right there, but let me scroll it up right here. I don't know if you can actually see it anyway, it's kind of small, but $234,000 in 2018, the median. I was selling homes at 160, 200,000. I remember me and my wife was gonna buy our first home. It was gonna be around 260, 4 bedrooms, almost 2,000 square feet. I remember before pre-COVID. Great prices, better prices then. Now you go from 2018 to now, you're looking at median $390,000 for the same exact house that was 230. The same exact house. It went up 100, 150, $160,000 in a couple of years, just like that. And mind you, know what haven't changed? You know what haven't changed? People's income ain't changed. Health insurance went up, gas went up. Nobody's getting no raise. They're not. A lot of people not getting promoted. A lot of people getting demoted, getting fired. You got all these different situations going on, and you're talking about you want to live the American dream. You want to be a homeowner because that's what you want to do. But and that's what's hard for me is helping out young individuals or your older individuals to be homeowners when that mortgage payment is a eye shocker. Especially when you look at that pre-approval and see, I'm only approved for 250,000. What can I get with that? Really nothing in Orlando. Even the less desirable places to live right now, you're looking at 300 some thousand. There was a home in the area that I'm talking about less desirable. They wanted me to list. He wanted to list it for 350, and it needed a lot of work. 350 for a house that needed a lot of work because it was outdated. Now you can move it to an area that's up and developing, up and coming. But personally, I would say do new construction because it's a better deal because you get the better rate. You can get in one for the high 300s or 400,000. It just depends on are you willing to make that sacrifice to getting something that does not have everything that you want, but it has a little bit what you want, as long as it fits into your monthly budget. But the rates are just ridiculous, man. I hope this video kind of shows you, and I hope you can actually see what I showed you guys with them numbers because they're eye popping. They're eye popping. This like it's just ridiculous what we're seeing here with these home prices. Home values 386 in Florida, 386, Georgia 325, Alabama. Who want to listen to Alabama? There's not too many opportunities in Alabama. North Carolina 327. That's expensive. And my last video, if you watched it or not, um, I talked about nowadays you gotta make $100,000 or more. I could have went over that real quick on this again, but it was no need. I really just wanted to go over showing you guys a breakdown of what these rates look like when you see the median price point of a home and the average monthly payments you see in state by state or whatnot. So hope you guys got the information you need out of this video and seeing why mortgage payments are high and why I technically don't believe so much in it right now until hopefully things get addressed and they reduce the rates and also we figure out how these home prices can come down to make it more affordable for you guys that's looking to get into being homeowners or looking into selling a home because you need a bigger home because your family have grown or your family is moved out and you're trying to downsize. The problem with downsizing for a lot of people, they bought their home a long time ago. So if they downsize, they probably gonna be paying more money now for downsizing than they had the bigger home just because how much how the rates are and how much the houses are. I think about my parents. My dad bought the house moved to the States in 1989. He bought the house for like 80 some $1,000. I remember my brother, he bought a house in Georgia when he first moved over there for like 104,000 or something like that. big houses, both of them. That was years ago. Now them houses are worth three, four, $500,000. So if they bought a house back then and somebody want to downsize, they're gonna be shocked because the mortgage payment is gonna be ridiculous. Unless you put down a whole lot of money to make it make sense. A lot of people don't have that extra cash like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Why these mortgage rates are so high. And if you got any questions, comment below. I've been liking all the comments I've been seeing from my previous videos. I'm trying to get back on here and be more consistent. I don't got no hat on, as you can see on this video. It's probably my first one without a hat. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace. Oh, it's not even nighttime. It's just nighttime here when I record this video. But don't worry about that. I'm out.